There's a Belizean in a prison here in Guatemala. And I've always been a person who always look out for the unfortunate. When I decided to go visit Mr. Ryan Budna at his cell at the prison, so I drove all the way from here from the hospital all the way to zone 18 where he's held captive. It's an experience I wanted. It's an experience I really and truly wanted. Like, you really need balls, I'll be sincere. You need balls to want to do something like this. Because as you all know, this is one of the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous prisons here in Guatemala. That when you're arriving at this place, your body starts shake. You start, worry if you're going in and you'll come out back. And yes, Jules, I was lucky when I arrived there, fluent Spanish. I speak very fluent Spanish. Yo soy de Belice, pero hablo muy, muy, muy bien el español. Y cuando me oyeron speaking Spanish, they said, well, yeah, this guy, knows what's going on. I pulled up my Belizean passport, and they tell me, yes, we'll allow you, but you got to wait. You got to be on the next door. You can't go in the normal visiting door. I went through a door. Usually they put me through the back door, but I thought that they would have brought Mr. Budna to the meeting place. And that was where my experience came in, Jules, whereby walking into the prison and have escorted these bad guys, these murderers escorting you, like 3-4 guys escorting you through a prison where everybody's loose, where the gangs run the prison. There's no uniform police in there. I could have been killed in there, and they would have just brought me out and thrown me away because there's no security. It's a risk I took because for a Belizean brother. And everybody, like I said, you could take $500 with you. So I took my 500 quetzals with me. And man, I came out empty, Jules. Because you have to give everybody a little bite so you feel secure. You have to give everybody a little bite. I shook his hand. I said, well, I'm a Belizean brother. I'm here to see you. And, I come to wish you well. And, at least I came to see you. He really asked me why. I said, well, because you're a Belizean. That's all. I'm in Guatemala and I took time out from my lunchtime to go see you. And I really made it back, and I made it back safe, Jules.
How did he seem to you?
Smiling. He was happy to see a Belizean. Really happy to see a Belizean. And the only thing is that when I handed him a little cash so he could handle himself, he could not receive the cash. I had to give the person who is protecting him in his cell. I had to give it to the person who's protecting him because there are 4 people in the cell. And when he came and spoke to me on the side of the door, he spoke to me. He said, no, I can't receive the cash. You got to give it to these guys. So, he's not in a safe place. He's definitely not in a safe place. And I did it because he told me to do it. So I left him a little cash. That's humanitarian of any person to do while in prison. And Jules, whatever Mr. Budna did, or whatever happened, that had nothing to do with my visit. My visit was because of the actions taken by my government. Or whatever happened to him with the abduction that we saw, that was, for me, was an injustice. I believe that they could have done it professionally. They could have escorted him to the border, passed over the papeles, and said, here is Ryan Budna. But for him to have gone through what he went through, that could happen to any Belizean.